Hello my dear students, welcome back. Now we will consider some topic from risk management area. From this area, the whole topic or from the previous exam, if you look many times, one theory is asked frequently, which is from risk diversification. Many students will think like this: I know this topic, I know how to answer this question. They will only learn about there are two types of risk: systematic risk, which cannot be diversified, and unsystematic risk that can be diversified through investing in some portfolio. But that's not the expected answer for AFM level. If you know just only two types of risk, that is not going to give you good marks. It will give you a half or maximum 1 mark for explaining these two types of risk: systematic and unsystematic risk. Hoping you know what is systematic, hope you know what is unsystematic. I'll just give you a quick intro to that. Assume if we kept some balanced portfolio investment, that means not only concentrating in one area, we are concentrating our investment in many areas. So if at all we spread our investment into different areas, different sectors, many risks can be reduced. So the risk that can be reduced through diversified portfolio is said to be unsystematic risk. The risk that cannot be diversified, or the risk that cannot be reduced through diversification, is said to be systematic risk. But in the AFM level, the examiner's question will be like this. Assume this is our company. This is our company. The company has investment in A sector, B sector, and C sector. The company is actually diversified into three areas: A, B, C. Now the company is going to invest in new area, which is said to be D. Assume this is a different industry. A, B, C is three different types of another new area, which is said to be D industry. So the examiner will ask like this: is this going to reduce the risk, the overall risk of the organization and the overall risk of the investor, that means shareholder? Remember, the business is actually run by the directors, but the ultimate owners is actually the shareholders. So the whatever decision made by the directors should be in line with the objective, or in line with the needs and wants of the principal, which is said to be shareholders. Okay, so we need to consider the investment in that D area doesn't going to reduce the overall risk of the company and the overall risk of the shareholder. The answer we will start like this. In our portfolio theory, there are two types of risk: systematic and unsystematic risk. If we move to a new area, the risk might reduce. Okay, that's the general area, but general discussion area. But in the AFM level, we need to consider who are our shareholder, or what are the type or group of shareholders invested in our company. In very recent question, the shareholder group were institutional investors. The shareholders group were institutional investors. See, institutional investors itself means they have investment in not only in our company, they have investment in plenty of other areas. They invested not only in our company, they have investment in other plenty of area. Assume those plenty areas is J, K, Q, P. In these areas they invested. Okay, so tell me guys, our shareholders, are they invested in D area? No, they are institutional investor. They already holding some diversified portfolio investment, but that portfolio, the D is not there, right? So the new investment by our company will reduce our overall risk, and it is going to reduce the risk of shareholder as well. But most of the case, this will not be given in our exam question. What all areas the shareholders invested will not be given in our question. So we will just justify like this. We need to consider the portfolio of our shareholders. If at all they already kept a well diversified portfolio, then there is no meaning in the company itself going into a new area. already the shareholder is well diversified, so there is no point in the company is going to into a new diversification, and that is not going to reduce the risk. So this is how we will answer the questions of risk diversification from AFM level. Remember, it's not only about systematic and unsystematic. We need to consider, see, as a director or management team, we should act in the best interest of whom? Shareholder. So we need to consider what is the risk position or risk holding of our shareholder. If at all they are well diversified, so there is no point the company itself going to more diversified area. The best part is keep it the whatever investment ABC, the shareholder itself will already diversified. But what if our shareholders is not at all diversified? The new investment in D area is going to reduce the overall company's risk and the shareholders risk. Hope you understood this area. Remember, this is a hot topic and very easy peasy pickable value. Please write it down in your answer and hope everybody will pass with some good colorful marks. Good luck.